Here we go, folks. Hold
This-
hold on to your laugh muscles.
Here.
KCTK Radio proudly.
Oh wait, you can't do that yet. Because now I gotta record again. Okay, everyone. Hold on to your laugh nuts.
KCTK Radio proudly presents the
There we
Geek
go.
Review.
Hey, you know what, guys? This right here, this rambling, boring conversation containing already made before observations, this could be a podcast.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Really? A podcast? Don't you have to be some sort of whiz kid to do those?
Definitely not. Anyone with a computer can make one.
Well, that's it.
We're anyone.
Let's do a podcast from right here in the booth. Who's in?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Is it happening? Are we
I know.
doing it now? Awesome.
You're the reason that we do what we do.
That's right.
Music and talk, it's so for you. Now the guys who are lots of fun for making you laugh, they're number one. They review the week just for you. So get ready for Paul and Drew. Welcome to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew and Jack all up in your face. Join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We dare you.
And welcome to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. Where's my paper? Yeah. So anyway, welcome. That's the wrong paper. It's the wrong podcast. Jesus H. Welcome to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. Starring Jack is all up in your face. I'm Paul. That's Drew. Jack's not here. This show where we talk about things from last week and the things that may happen next week, and yes, it's very weak. It's known as a show where non-interested people never try to act interesting. We're the other show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. You can join the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. We broadcast live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. You can listen to us at 100.3 FM on your radio dial, or you can go to the KCTK Radio app. That's Apple, or what's the other one called? Android? Andrew? Does Andrew know this? I'm asking you a question.
Spotify?
No, it's an Android app.
I don't know.
So you go to either one of those and put in KCTK, download the app. That's the easiest way to listen to us. You can also watch us on Facebook Live. Hi, everybody on Facebook. You can go to kctkradio.com and click Listen Live as well. You can watch all the past adventures on YouTube at the KCTK Radio channel whenever you want. This program is offered as a podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Podbean, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Himalaya, Pandora, Overcast, Stitcher, Instagram, even have Alexa ask my pod to play KCTK Radio or anywhere you get your favorite podcast. Welcome back to the program. Boy, oh boy, I don't know what happened. We had a show here last night. Everything was going fine. But we haven't been together for 2 weeks, and we can tell you that. And for 2 weeks, I've been sad. I haven't been able to say this. Here's the man of the hour, the guy that makes it all happen. Here he is. The Drew.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Drew, a.k.a. scrambled, a.k.a. fried.
Ooh, you're an egg.
I'm an egg.
Yeah. That's
Look at
awesome.
my shell.
Okay, so I see what's going on here.
You see it? I don't see it.
Okay, so you can hear it. You can hear, okay, in the studio.
Can I hear it in the studio?
In the studio.
I'm going to take
there's-
off my headphones then. If I can hear myself, that's fine.
Can you hear yourself now?
I can.
Okay, talk now.
Hello.
Talk again.
Hello. Oh my goodness.
Okay, there we go. See,
Feel like-
I had the speaker on for the
Yeah.
stereo.
Yeah, that sounds
I
about
like to
right.
listen to, I listen to John and Heidi in the morning. I listen to Past Week, Next Week. I listen to Startup Life. And then I, in my day, with the Tom Goley Show.
All right.
And I had it on because I was enjoying all the great programs that KCTK Radio gives you that you can easily listen to on your KCTK Radio app.
Absolutely.
Now, Drew, I see you have an iPhone.
I do.
You've downloaded the KCTK Radio app, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite program on KCTK Radio?
Probably this one, obviously, because I'm
There
egotistical
you
and
go.
I absolutely love it.
It really is the
And,
best.
and in my opinion, this is the star of the
Mhm.
podcasts.
You know
This
what?
is where we all started, right
This is
here.
called KCTK Radio's Week Review.
Right.
The other one's like Tracy and then a Eat and then whatever. This is it. This is the show.
We started 15 years ago doing these podcasts, and
Yeah.
this is where we started, right here.
Right.
I sat over there, and now I sit here.
You got promoted.
I got promoted to
You were
another
just
chair.
like an intern, weren't you, for
Right,
the show?
exactly. And I ran around, got coffee.
Mhm.
You know, I got you a donut every once in a
Mhm.
while, a Diet Coke before
Mhm.
you couldn't drink them anymore. You
Now,
know,
do you remember who my original radio partner was?
yes, his name was the Funny Man.
Well, no, that was a long time ago. No, I had a young guy in here named Howard Stern. I taught him everything he knew,
Oh,
and then
that's
he
right.
moved on.
I remember it. He doesn't even talk to us anymore.
I don't know.
noticed
Is he still in radio?
that. I called him Uncle Howard. And
Yes. Is he
he's-
still in radio at all?
I hear he has like a show that he plays all the time on Sirius, but
Now, you pushed him out of the way, basically.
I did because I learned all I could from him, and it was time to get a new master.
Yeah.
And I felt like maybe a new mentor.
It really,
And then that's where Jim Carrey came in
I think
by watching his movies.
I think he left out of jealousy for you.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So here we are, folks. So now, why did we miss? Okay, I remember.
Yep.
You got to have priorities in life, folks.
We do.
It's very important. 2 weeks ago, we were going to do a podcast. And if you remember, that was the Thursday before Labor Day.
That's right.
Well, I had to cancel at the last minute because my electrician was coming over to fix the pool
Had
at
to be
6
done.
o'clock or
Had
at
to be
7
done.
o'clock. I needed my pool. I must have my pool on Labor Day weekend. If you guys are upset by that, I'm sorry. My pool's number one. You, the listeners, are number two. Then the wife, the kids, and everything else. So I hope you understand that.
Right.
Now, last week,
It was a very
it
important
was a
Thursday.
similar thing for you.
Yeah, it was very important that we watch the Chiefs game.
Yes, because for you, the Chiefs are number one.
Yeah. And then my family
Then,
comes second.
then your listeners,
yeah.
and then your daughter and family. Blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. All the insignificant
I
people.
wouldn't say listeners are number two. They're maybe fourth on my list.
Come on, man.
I'm
Just
sorry.
say it.
I'm sorry. They expect me to be real and truthful here,
Mhm.
and I'm woke.
Yeah.
So I took a bunch of caffeine pills, and I'm woke right now.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is.
so yeah. So we missed it. We got to watch the game together.
That's right.
Have you watched a game in the last 2 years?
No, I have not.
Why not?
You know, because I felt like the listeners came before this, and you know, it was just important.
Oh, I was thinking the reason you didn't was because you're busy running around
With a child.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how kids, no matter what they do, they always find like the sharpest thing that they can, you know,
Speaking of which,
they can like she was over there and we were having some snacks and everything, and she starts walking around with a big like stick sear thing. Like that's
let
how
me
kids
tell you a
do.
story. So the other day, I'm sitting in the living room. It's gotten really quiet, which is uncharacteristic. So that's when I know when she's doing something.
No, it's
so
a
I
trouble.
walk into the kitchen. She is now holding a serrated knife that she pulled out of the sink. And if I hadn't thought to get up,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what could have happened, and it scared the ever-living shit
Sure.
out of me.
I
And she's like poking the ground with it and shit, and so I immediately grab it,
yeah.
and then I put it in the dishwasher.
Did you scare her?
Yeah.
Good.
Like,
Yeah.
I freaked out.
Yeah.
My wife's coming out like, "What are you yelling about?" I was like, "She had a serrated knife." Like, like, are you kidding me? Holy shit!
It's amazing. You'll find more of these. It's amazing they live. It's amazing they live. Because another thing she was doing too, and I'm not, when I see her do this stuff, it's just my experience as a dad, and I'm not like, oh, she's bad.
Yeah.
But she also was going towards the lamp and wanting to unplug the lamp.
Yeah.
Just kids always go to where they're not supposed to go. So it made me wonder if you
At
were
one
able to
point, I
watch
caught her
the
almost
game.
trying to bite the wire of the lamp while it's still plugged in, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Now, to me, the game, I had an interesting thought on the game, if you don't mind me.
Absolutely, I
Sharing
will
with
take
you.
that wisdom.
And I have to admit it because I know people will look down on me on this. It's the first game in since 1993
Yeah.
that I felt confident they were going to win.
Oh, really?
That's how much they've killed me over the years.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I
And
had-
everyone, what about Super Bowl? No,
Yeah.
I was not confident we were going to win Super Bowl.
Here was my problem. I wanted them to win so bad. I was going to get really pissed off if people were like, "Well, I guess that's the season." You know, it's the first game of the first week.
But they
Didn't
played
get any preseason.
But they played really good, and it was like, yeah, they can. The whole game, they can pull this off. They can do this.
right.
I've never had that feeling with the Chiefs ever before
I can see that.
since Montana.
Now, I also remember this that this may be your first time ever going into a football season without a preseason.
Yes,
I mean,
Yeah.
you've been around longer than I have.
I've been around for
At least
78
300
years. Yeah,
300 years.
Mhm.
So, 378. Did you say 78? Yeah,
Mhm.
378 years. So, I mean, you've been around for a while.
Yeah.
You were there when the game was
Right.
inception.
I'm a
So-
Dallas Texan fan.
Yeah, exactly. And you knew all that stuff.
Mhm.
So, I bet it's weird. I mean, I just now, got into sports shortly after high school, well, during high school.
Mhm.
So I'm still a newbie, I guess. It's 10 years later.
But you have 15, 16 fantasy football.
I have 17 million.
Did you win last week?
I won all 4, yeah.
Well, on behalf of me and every other Chiefs fan, fuck you.
Hey, I had Tyreek Hill.
I want you to support the Chiefs
I
and your
can't
team.
help it if I
not
can't
other
draft.
players.
I can't draft all Chiefs players. I'm sorry, that's not how.
Then
it
you don't
works.
play it.
That's not how this works.
I know. That's why you don't
There's
do
money
it.
on the line, man.
Come on, man.
There's money on the line.
Money, is it more important to be for your team or for money?
Right now, money because I'm a broke
How much money?
father.
How much money you win or lose?
How much money will I lose?
How much money are you gonna win?
I think $300.
$300. Come on, man. That's
$3,000.
for loyalty of your team.
I'm not as good as my other friend who has more leagues than I do.
Who's that?
He's possibly going to win a grand.
Who's that?
My friend Cody.
Oh yeah. Chili's the real football expert. Does he play with you guys?
Yeah, but Cody's been doing fantasy football since junior high, so he's way better at it than all of us.
I played 25 years ago.
Oh, okay.
First time I played, I won the league. And then about 5 years ago, I played, and I got second place.
Well, look at you.
Because all you do in that stupid fantasy football
I'm
is
Kevin.
just look at numbers, and you don't look at people, you don't root for teams. And then it ruins your Sunday. Because every game you got to look and see, look at the numbers and everything. It ruins it.
I can see that. Here's the sucky part. Have you ever watched The League?
Yeah.
I'm Kevin.
Now,
I get so close to almost winning, and then I never do.
is Kev? Oh yeah, Kevin was the one with
He was married to Jenny, and my wife's Jenny.
yeah, because Jenny was actually better at it and joined the league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although she's not feeling it this year. I've noticed she's just not into it like she was last year.
she's got to run after her
She
kid.
won.
Can't watch
She
it.
won last year.
Wow, how much money did you make off that?
I didn't make anything.
Right, that's what I'm
We
saying.
made it as a team.
Oh, that's nice. So that's why we went there, folks. We have other priorities. Mine's a pool. His is a football game. You're
Priorities.
gonna listen to various entertainment programs such as this, who are gonna tell you our fans are number one. Well, we're gonna tell you the truth.
Listen, I'm not
You're way
Rocket.
behind the Chiefs in a pool. Okay,
Right.
so get over it.
I'm not Rocket from Rocket and Teresa.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to bullshit you. You come
I-
forth.
am only slightly bigger than Teresa. So, but I'm not gonna.
I've never actually met Teresa, so I don't know.
Oh boy. You know, Rocket's on a different channel now.
No, Jenny Matthews is.
No, Rocket is too.
Oh, he has 2 shows?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, he's not. No, he's on a different channel.
Every morning I hear it all the time. They're
He's
the
not
same-
on 93.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
You're thinking of Paunch.
Oh, maybe is that the same guy?
No, it's not the same guy.
Is Ponch on a different channel?
Yeah, he's on a different channel. It's like 101. or
Did you
something
what
like
they did with the Buzz?
that. No.
Got rid of everybody except for the House of Laszlo.
No kidding. So that's why Jordan Silver's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
You really want to know why?
Yeah.
Because radio sucks.
Oh.
They're not. They have these like this Hartzell guy in the afternoons. He's from Lee Summit. Is he about your age? Do you know
I
him?
think so. I don't know him. What's his
So he has a podcast called Casey Morning Show,
Okay.
and he does it with some other guy who I guess works at the Chiefs station. What's the
101,
sports station?
The Fox.
No, what's the sports station?
Oh, forever. 610?
I call him KCTEA.
810, 610.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they do this podcast 3 times a week, and it's an hour morning show telling you what's going on with Kansas City.
Okay.
These guys are good, man.
Yeah.
They're not funny like us. They're not.
Maybe we
they're
should
a
try
little
and
more
maybe we should try to do our own morning show.
They're a little more structured, but they actually care about it. And here's what you do if you're a radio guy
What's that?
and you own a radio station, you have these guys in your morning because they actually care about it.
Yeah.
But instead, they're going to have some syndicated thing on there. Lazo's going to be in the afternoon, and they're going to syndicate him other places, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's just no local stuff except for stupid podcasts. Please just download the app so you can have original Kansas City area talk shows. And we're not talking about the Chiefs all the time, but Tracy talked about it. Casey talks about different places to go have fun in Kansas City. Come on.
Let's
Be
do it.
local. Just stop. Listen. You get in your car, and what do? You turn on your stupid radio, okay?
Right.
Your FM or your AM. Hey, why don't you get a telegraph too? I mean, that stuff's over, folks.
Yeah.
It's all on your smartphone. You click KCTK radio. You listen to John and Heidi in the morning. They're there to entertain you. They're not there to piss you off, tell you how great Trump is or how bad he is. We all know that. Then you're ready to laugh, right?
Yeah.
And maybe get a little perspective on things. That's when you go into Past Week next week at 9 o'clock. Then in the afternoon, that's right, this show is replayed in the afternoon. So you're driving home, you're having a good time. But you also want to be up to date.
Yeah.
So that's why you listen to Tom Goley at 5 o'clock.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
And then you participate in the live shows at night. It's a fun day. Do you want a fun day? Then download the damn app. Okay?
Have a Sunday fun day every day.
Ooh.
Boom.
That could be our new
That's
thing.
your tagline right there.
So here's, I don't know if you can, does everyone have, you have a piece of paper in front of you?
Let me just get
Okay.
a little. Let me get my
K,
pen.
C, T,
K.
That's it.
App.
Just type that in your app store and download it. Oh, I must tell you, you know how much it is?
How much?
Free. It's free. You're like, that can't be right.
That's free.
That can't be right, right?
It's crazy. Are we not trying to make any more money? I thought it was all about the money.
Listen, here's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to download the app. They're going to listen to it all the time. They're probably going to laugh their balls off and go to the
Is there a
go to the
Patreon?
doctor.
No.
We're doing this all for free because we're going to build listenership.
Okay.
Then we're going to tell audience or businesses, hey, we have a lot of people listen to us. And they're going to go, well, we'd like to buy some advertising.
Ah.
And I'll say, okay. Okay. And then we'll do live reads for them.
There you go.
That's the plan, folks.
I love it.
But guess what? It don't work if you don't download an app.
That's right.
Get
You
off
gotta
of
like-
Candy Crush and download this app.
Get off of that stupid Best Fiends app, okay? Get it done.
Right. Okay, everyone's listening to me now. I will be checking.
Oh, we're going to check.
As I'm walking down the street, I'll be walking down the street, and guess what? People go, hey, are you? Let me have your phone.
Give me your phone.
Give me your phone. I'm going to check it out. So beware.
I like it.
But no one cares about any of that.
They don't?
They only care about the news of the Droosh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is some serious stuff. So I want everybody to gather around the campfire because we're out ready to have a scary story.
Okay, everyone gather around your KCTK radio app.
That's right. Hundreds of thousands of birds are suddenly dropping dead, and no one knows why.
What the what?
That's right.
That's terrible.
It's terrifying. Are you looking for a soundbite? There you go. I can smell the rotten flesh from here at this picture.
Ooh.
Scientists have found thousands of dead birds representing an estimated die-off of hundreds of thousands or more.
Where?
It's around the forest fires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, alarming mass die-off of wild birds in the southwestern U.S. has scientists worried and perplexed. The cause is not at all clear, with some scientists theorizing that climate change factors are playing a part. Most of the birds are insect eaters, and they've been found emaciated and disoriented, suggesting a gap in the food supply. There's also speculation that wildfires are affecting the lives of these birds.
I would think that would really affect their lives.
On the dark phenomenon and the first-hand accounts of the sick and dying birds, the observations sound like what you'd expect from animals with a contagious, behavioral changing disease like rabies. Now, I want to tell you guys, I, as the Droosh, have dug into this with utmost diligence and intelligence.
Well,
and I can tell you right now that it's the squirrels that are doing this.
Oh.
They got to get rid of the competition, people. They want to rule this world, and they got to be able to have a tree, a base, whatever. They don't need a neighbor who won't ever shut up in the morning. They want to be silent but deadly.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the ones that are cooking up this contagion and are destroying the birds.
Do you think the squirrels had anything to do with the fires?
I absolutely do, because they're able to use lighters like no one's business.
Yeah.
I saw a squirrel the other day smoking a cigarette while leaning against the telephone pole.
The traveler.
And he was just staring at me, flicked it, gave me a wink, and climbed up a tree.
Wow.
They're still watching me, man. Like I said, they left that one dead in my yard as a sign and as a warning.
And they look at you like, what are you going to do about it?
That's right. I will not be silent, squirrels. The squirrel empire will be taken down, and we will liberate the birds. Also, all Hawaiian shirts matter. I just got to bring it back, people. Right now we're living in trying times, and the squirrels are on the move.
So the squirrels are trying to kill...
This is their first act of war.
The squirrels, they've burned down the forest, and they've killed the birds.
They've killed the birds.
Yeah.
And apparently they're also hurting our president.
How? Oh, our president is a squirrel, remember?
Yeah, they're hurting him. They're doing it on purpose so they can infiltrate and keep it silent inside
that
our
he is
government.
actually... No, my theory is that it's just like I always call it a Little Rascal style thing where it's a blue suit.
Right.
And a whole bunch of squirrels are actually animating
Absolutely,
it.
but here's the thing.
And they have a wig on.
They're making him sound even more than, what's the word I'm looking for? More of an idiot than usual lately, because they want him to step down, because me and you, people like us,
We're
are
figuring
catching it on.
Yeah.
Catching on.
And
they have to eliminate any kind of trail.
You know what, and I may have even said this in a past episode, you know what's really the sad truth?
What's that?
This makes more sense than any QAnon stuff.
Absolutely.
Those idiots.
They have the bubonic plague, people, and now they have a contagion that's killing our birds.
Yeah.
We need to act. Everybody get out your rat pellets and let's throw it at that tree.
Let's try to bring it home for people.
Okay.
What do you like to do when you're stressed out? You like to walk through a forest.
Absolutely.
Meditate. And what do you listen to sing?
A bird.
A bird.
And you know what? It fills me with a calm.
That's right. But now you're walking through cinders.
Yeah.
And you're hearing.
Yeah.
You're fired. I mean, you're just hearing squirrel noises.
Hey, Drew, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's all you're hearing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that doesn't calm you down.
No, it actually fills me with absolute dread that I begin to run through the fire-filled forest, and then I'm caught in the flames. And now their job is done, because now I can't escape.
That's what they want.
That's what my life feels like right now.
That's what they want.
I'm worried about my family, and I'm worried about my safety.
Okay, we'll take calls on this, 913-735-0060, if you have any thoughts on this. Yeah, caller.
Yeah, you guys, that doesn't make sense and everything, and I don't believe it all.
Okay. Now, you need to do your research. And this is the type of stuff that's not in the mainstream media.
Yeah, I've never seen it in the mainstream media.
Then that means it's true. If it's not in the mainstream media, I'm using the QAnon stupidity that they use.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, just because I didn't see it. means it's true.
Aha, you're part of the plot. Thanks, caller. So
I'm
that
surprised he didn't bring up that the squirrels are part of a pedophilic ring.
well, that's what I wanted to bring up to him, but this guy's a denier that called in.
He sounds like he's more than just denial. He is not woke.
Yeah,
Get some caffeine pills, bro.
yeah. You know, we're having a lot of fun here.
We're having a lot of laughs.
This QAnon stuff scares the shit out of me. Have you ever read any much of it?
No, I don't buy into witch doctor crap.
Caller, thanks for calling
Hi,
the week
guys.
review. How are you? Oh, caller number 6. How are you?
Hey, doing fine. Kind of lonely here in the Facebook feed.
Oh, why is that?
I'm the only one there.
Well,
I must have upset
Welcome
people
to
with
our-
the callers.
maybe everyone's
and so,
everyone just listened to my app. I with my app speech I
Oh.
went through.
okay. Well, one,
Mhm.
so one to follow up on your football chatter.
Yeah.
NFL preseason games suck. So why are we even talking about them being a nostalgic thing?
I may have to agree with you on that one.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like it's like asking someone, "Hey, do you remember in the 3rd grade you hit me?" Oh, I remember that day all the time. Shut up.
I agree with you, Keith. I really do.
Thank you. Yeah, and this whole thing about nature. Why is it that when people don't understand why it's going, instead of saying "I don't know," they always blame global warming?
I don't know.
And it's the same. And it's the same thing like when people talk about, "Hey, who made the stars and all this?" I don't know, God. I mean, it's the same argument.
It's true.
that people. So, I don't know the answer. Environment. Okay, that's what
So you don't believe in global warming? You lost me. I understand what you're saying.
I'm skeptical of the global warming because
Yeah.
everyone says we only have like 10 years to live, 4 years to live, and every day I wake up, I'm alive.
Yeah.
So
Good point. Now, what science degree do you have?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I do have. I seem to have this thing called logic in my mind a little bit, and there's deductive reasoning and critical skills.
Yeah, but you must not because you don't listen to scientists.
Because scientists sit there and say, "I don't know." Oh, don't say you don't know because then they'll think, "Oh, you're weak." Okay, global warming. Okay, when things start going magnetically,
Yeah, but they
wrong,
don't do
like
that,
valves
Keith.
walking
They really
backwards-
don't do that. Global warming is like a thing. It's a real thing. It's really a thing.
Well, put it this way: I need more convincing than faith.
Okay.
Because here's the other thing. Here's one thing.
Don't tell me you're a flat Earth guy too.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Why?
You know how in the medicine world they say that you're not allowed to diagnose yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because I don't have a medical degree.
No, because you can't.
No, that was
doctor
that was
can't
the that was
can't
the
make a
answer.
prescription for himself. So all this global warming stuff is just diagnosing yourself.
Interesting. Interesting.
And again, if the Earth is going to die the way they say it is, can you show me 6 other Earths so I can say, okay, 5 out of 6 Earths died like this? So
Well, the Earth doesn't die. The people die. When most of the population lived near the ocean and then the ice caps melt and there's flooding everywhere and there's hurricanes and then everything's dry and there's fires everywhere, the people die. The Earth will be fine.
Okay, and it will.
And those goddamn
some
squirrels
people
will control
still around.
everything. What?
Then there'll still be people alive, even though everybody else is dead.
You're right.
that's the fact.
You're absolutely right. The only millions of people will die, but there'll still be some around.
Huh, it sounds like Noah's Ark to me.
Well, the thing about Noah's Ark was that it wasn't a man-made catastrophe like global warming is, or climate change is the actual real thing about it.
So then why are we letting people? Oh, did you see that Michael Moore movie on YouTube?
No.
They talked about how they're still using fossil fuels for all these little safe, what do they call it? Energy reusables.
Mm-hmm.
Still reusable has to use it, and that's part of the thing. It will never be, what do you call it?
Reusable.
Not reusable. We won't be reusable independent. We're always going to have somebody. So someone's going to make money off this pretending like we're doing something.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I hear people say, "Oh, the Earth's global warming." But the same people that say this don't turn off their TVs, unplug them when they go out. Don't plug all their equipment. They keep it all plugged in.
Uh-huh.
So those people who say it's global warming and then don't ride bicycles and keep their air conditioner all plugged in and all the other stuff plugged in, you're just talkers to me.
No, but that's not true. Because I'm one of those
It's not
people,
true.
and if I stopped having any type of carbon footprint from me whatsoever, it would do absolutely nothing to stop climate change. That's why it has to be a global cooperation type idea to solve. And that's why you need a leader of our country to work with other countries to make it. And then the argument is, well, China won't follow it. Well, you got to work to try to get them to follow it.
You know what I'm hearing in the background there, Paul?
What?
I'm hearing the song going, sex, crime, 1984. That's what I'm hearing, that song in the background, the Eurythmics.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I'm a good lead singer.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for being the only one that are watching this on Facebook.
Yes, and you lost your feed on Facebook.
I
It
did.
says, sorry, we're having trouble playing your video. You suckers.
I'm having some trouble today. I don't understand why. Yeah,
So,
sure. I mean, sure. Tracy's having a great time. You know, she's fine. But oh, I see. Yeah, there we go. She's
Okay,
fine, but don't worry about me. Hey, we got the white dude coming up, so don't worry about that. Okay.
all right, cool.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
I might ask you bye.
All right. So,
There it is, folks.
boy, did we get off area there, didn't we?
We did.
But I'm going to go to a story. I was going to make this part of my what I was going to call the cornucopia of stuff.
Yeah.
But let's go to this story here. I have so many stories that I wanted to talk about, but this one I hope you'll enjoy.
Absolutely.
Are you ready for it?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Getting a video, and there's going to be a news story.
For Newsy, I'm Candace Avilés. A South Carolina woman was arrested Wednesday for attacking her husband with a pretty unusual weapon on Christmas morning.
You're looking at 44-year-old Helen Ann Williams. Police say she hit her husband over the head with a ceramic squirrel and then stabbed him in the chest with it on Christmas Eve.
The man is now in good condition, though he did suffer injuries from the attack. According to police, Williams' 41-year-old common-law husband went out to buy some beer Tuesday night, but he came home empty-handed because the stores were closed. That reportedly made Williams so angry that as soon as her husband wasn't looking, she hit him over the head with a decorative squirrel, then stabbed him with it. According to NBC, the man then ran to a neighbor's house to call for help, and when officers arrived on the scene, they found him covered in blood with a big gash on his chest. When officers questioned Williams about her husband's wounds, she reportedly told them he had fallen. But her story seemed a little squirrely when police discovered blood on her hands and clothing. Williams' husband was immediately taken to the hospital where he was treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released. But his wife, on the other hand, didn't get off so easily. Williams was arrested, charged with criminal domestic violence of a high and aggravated nature, and given a $10,000 bond. For Newsy, I'm Candace Avilés.
Wow. So, I mean, I think the story's self explainable, but I need your thoughts on it.
It's quite squirrely.
Yes, quite squirrely. I mean, do you think there's any correlation between the trouble that you had with a squirrel that we're having with a squirrel and this poor guy who got stabbed by a squirrel, with a squirrel?
I think it's not the same thing.
Okay.
Because that the squirrel is an inanimate object. I think that maybe this woman has an alcohol problem. I think that's what we just figured out.
Okay. How'd you figure that out? Wow, that's amazing.
I don't know. I kind of put two and two together. I'm quite the detective. Okay. So he didn't get beer. Then he gets stabbed. Yeah. Alcoholism.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe she has a drinking problem.
Yeah.
What's going on with these dogs?
It looks as though we are having a couple visitors. Hi, Gilly. Hi, Blue.
Hey, Prince.
Prince barks too loud. Will you guys stop barking?
He's still a sweet dog.
You want to know what's going on with Gilly? Moon Gilly update?
Yeah.
So recently she hasn't been able to control her bladder.
Okay.
And then sometimes she'll walk across the room and number twos will drop out.
Right.
And she can't jump like she used to. And she's walking funny. Then there was blood down there. So I took her to the doctor. The doctor said that she has hurt her back like a slipped disc. They did her feet, and one of them was dragging a little bit. And they said that causes a bladder infection, which causes all the other problems. She's going to have back surgery someday.
Oh, my God.
So I'm going to have to carry her. I want to carry her around, make her not jump on the bed, and carry her up the steps as best I can. But she won't have it. She wants to go where she wants to go. Don't you, Gilly?
Wow.
Yeah.
That happy music was totally contrast to the terrible news.
Yeah, I mean, she's okay.
She's our mascot.
She's okay. She's maybe a little bit in pain, but it just scares the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Because I will not be happy if Gilly's in pain.
We'll have to stop the show for a month.
Now, Blue, I'll kick her 10 ways to Sunday to get out of my way, but not Gilly. Gilly's my best friend.
Well, you got to be nice to Blue, too.
I will be. Blue, I'm nice to you, aren't I? Yeah, good girl. Good girl. So that's the Gilly update, only on KCTK Radio.
I hope everybody's eyes are been wiped away with the tears that they're having
No,
right
she's
now.
okay. She's 8 years old, which is 56 in dog years.
Yeah.
That's about the time, believe me, believe you me, that's about the time when you start feeling your age.
Yep.
So everyone just
vaccinate and
vaccinate your pug.
Vaccinate your pug and spade and neuter.
Is that a thing?
Oh, it's a thing. Bob Barker made it so. Kids today probably don't even know who Bob Barker is.
Let's take a break. My God.
We need a break.
We've been chatting way too long. This KCTK Radio's week review with Paul and Drew. We'll be back after these words and messages and commercials.
Hello. It's me. It's the Droosh. I know. You just heard me a little bit ago on the show, but now you're going to hear me because I have a new product out there. And it has my name in it. Can you guys believe it? The Droosh finally has a product, and thanks to Aces, we're making it happen. That's right. Do you ever feel the need that you have odors coming down from the private area, ladies? Well, guess what? Don't worry. You need a douche, you get the ultimate Droosh. That's right. The ultimate Droosh is going to make sure that you're clean and feel fresh at all times. They come in different scents. Lavender, new car smell, lemon, autumn, and the new pumpkin spice for this year and this fall season. That's right. The Droosh is something that you should be able to get at any store thanks to Aces. And Aces is at right now, if you call right now, 913-735-0060, we will throw in a Droosh at no cost at all. You could get it free. Do you need to feel fresh? Do you need that new car smell? We'll call that number I just said, and the Droosh will make it happen. Get the Droosh.
If it stinks bad, stick the Droosh in it. On 40 Highway.
Looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. It's the week review with Paul and Drew. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
Hey guys, it's your old friend Mac Harrison, station manager and vice president of syndication for all that is KCTK Radio on the station broadcast of the world to the wide. Hey, you know we've got a lot of sponsors, and I want to take a thank you out for the time to tell you about thanking you. You're a sponsor, you paid me money, and I put your advertisements on the air. Thank you. But what we do is a special thing at KCTK Radio, especially with the dummies, especially with the professionals at Paul and Drew. What we do there is I supply them with your names of your commercials. And what they do is they try to be funny about it. Whoa, creative, right? Yeah, my idea. Anyway, that's what you'll hear today in this show. I want to shout out to the sponsors for thanking you for giving me money. And good luck to Paul, Drew, and whoever else tries to be creative and funny. Come on, make it funny, guys. It's all about the money.
You heard me ranting earlier, Drew, about the KCTK radio app, didn't you?
I did.
Well, I just want to talk. I'm going to use my time to talk about that.
Okay.
So, a lot of people have Apple. They go to the Apple not Apple Podcast, but you can listen to us there. But you go to the Apple store,
right,
and just type in KCTK Radio, download the app, and then you can listen anytime live.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't know all the. I think I went through all the great programs I had during the week. But here's what we have on the weekends. We have a lot of throwback music. We have the Saturday Throwback Show. We have That Thing with Rich Chappelle, which is like a 1970s top 40 type show. And Groove Line. Yeah, that's right. A lot of oldie music for your party and fun. So it's a good thing to have. So make sure you do that. You can listen to all the programs. Give us a good rating on that app as well. And tell your friends. And, you know, if you have an idea for a show, I mean, we'll do it. Just let us know. What's that number? 913-735-0060. Or give us an email, kctkradio@gmail.com. We are so glad that we are there for you at all time. KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio. And tell them Gilly sent you. Oh boy. Welcome back to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew.
And Jack, that's all up in your face, who's not here.
So, the dogs are barking.
They are barking. These dogs are barking.
And also, the computer's still going off.
Oh, really? Have we not been
The
recording?
speaker. No, we're recording, but it just sounds a little bad because of that. But when we do the KC, let's think KC.
Yeah.
There's no speaker, no one can hear us, but now people can hear us. So,
way to go.
We have different segments. We have commercial reviews. We have gambits. But tonight we're doing a thing called, I'm calling Cornucopia of Stuff.
Let's hear it.
It's just a bunch of different news stories and oddities and things that I want to talk to Drew about because he's an entertaining guy.
I'm more than an entertaining guy. I am a person that will wiggle your laughing nuts to just absolute pleasure.
Wiggle your nuts to pleasure.
That's right.
Okay. Now, the first one is, well, I'll just let the story speak for itself because I'm pretty excited by this. FBI investigating report of a guy in a jetpack flying 3,000 feet in the air at LAX.
Badass.
Let's see if I got it.
He's making it
Now,
happen.
I guess I don't have a
audio
for it. But here's what happened. The FAA said 2 airline flight crews reported seeing what appeared to be someone in a jetpack as they're on their final approach to the airport.
Awesome.
Fox 11 Los Angeles obtained recordings of communication between the aircraft and the tower. Tower American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack, a pilot said. American 1997. Okay, thank you. We were off to your left side, your right side, the controller asked. Off to the left side, maybe 300 yards or so in the altitude, the pilot said. We just saw the guy pass us in the jetpack, he said. The controller was advising another aircraft crew to use caution. Person in jetpack reported 300 yards south of LA final in a 3,000 feet, 10-mile final, the controller said. The bizarre report was prompted much speculation as to why anyone with a jetpack would be flying on the line of oncoming planes. There's no question in my mind that the American pilot was definite about what he saw out the window. So what do you think?
I think that we have our very own Rocketeer.
Your very own Rocketeer?
Yeah, our very own Rocketeer. Did you ever see Rocketeer?
I would ask that you would open up your mind a little bit.
I'm not calling him Superman.
This is Superman.
He's not Superman because this guy doesn't have Kryptonian powers, okay?
How do you know?
Because he doesn't. Why would he need a
The
jetpack?
first time that we saw Superman in the comic books, he was flying by an airplane.
And guess what? You know what the weird thing was he wasn't wearing? I know it's going to be as a shock to you, but he wasn't wearing a jetpack.
No, this guy wasn't wearing a jetpack because they just think he was wearing a jetpack, but they didn't see him up close. This is Superman. He hasn't got his red cape yet, but Superman has made his scene in the U.S., and he's doing it in L.A. What do you think of that?
Well, Paul, I'm going to tell you what. If this guy is the new Superman, a real-life Superman, then I need to become the new Batman.
Okay. Now, why would you do that? I don't
Why wouldn't I?
Well, because Superman has superpowers, okay? And Batman has different powers, too.
What powers does Batman have?
Well, he's rich.
Okay.
And you're...
Not rich?
No.
I'm rich with imagination.
Okay.
The ability to see justice
but don't you
out.
I've known you for a few years.
Just a few.
Don't you have nice parents? They weren't murdered.
They have not been murdered. I have not gone through that, but if I need to, I can tell everybody that I have.
But it was that trauma that made him obsessed with fighting crime.
And I have the trauma of
what's your trauma?
My trauma?
Yeah, I like to know. Let's say you had nice parents.
Okay.
Now your parents are divorced.
Yeah, there's my trauma.
There's a broken home, but that's like 50% of the people in the world.
Right.
Okay, let's see what other trauma you have.
My wife
You have a
beats
beautiful
me.
wife. Okay,
She beats me.
She's nice to you, yeah. And then you have a beautiful cute little daughter.
I do have a beautiful daughter. She's pretty great.
And despite your personality, you have many members of your family who love you.
I don't know why they love me though. I'm kind of an asshat.
We don't know. We don't know why. So you can't be Batman. You don't have.
Okay,
the trauma.
then who can I be? Green Arrow?
You know who you would be as a superhero?
Who's that?
Booster Gold.
Why?
Because
why would I be Booster Gold?
Because
I don't have futuristic tech.
Well, if you went to the future and then you came back, you'd have to have the tech.
He was a janitor who stole tech.
Okay. All you have to do is steal some tech and you could be Booster Gold.
Okay, then how about this?
Because Booster Gold, he's a tall guy with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Okay.
He's a regular guy with tech. Okay.
Okay.
And he's funny.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right. How about I be Spider-Man?
Again,
okay, so not that funny.
I know you've always wanted your uncle to get shot, but your uncle was not shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That just unplugged and my microphone's not working.
No, your microphone's working. You just can't hear it.
No,
No, the microphone is not unplugged.
Okay, well, why can't
God,
I hear it?
Tracy, listen. Here, give me the other end of it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what was going on.
Just because okay, Booster Gold.
I'm Booster
You know
Gold.
what? I'm willing to be Blue Beetle if you become Booster Gold.
Okay, well, how about I be Constantine then?
You don't have those powers, dude.
He doesn't have powers either. He's just a sorcerer. I could learn magic. I just need to smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Okay, do you have a trench coat?
I could get one.
You don't even have a trench coat.
And I don't have an awesome, sexy English accent.
No,
I know.
you
I'm
can't be
failing it.
you can't be
I'm
Constantine.
Booster Gold. That's a shame. I'm
Booster Gold, and I'll be Blue Beetle.
What about if I could be Black Lightning?
Number one, you don't have the powers.
And number
two,
two,
you're Caucasian.
So the first one is I don't have powers, but the second is I'm not black.
Right.
That's a shame.
Right.
Because Black Lightning's pretty awesome. All right, I'm black. I will be Booster Gold for you. and you could be my Blue Beetle.
Okay. Now, do you think
Which Blue Beetle are you, though?
the one that's friends with Booster Gold?
Okay, so you're the regular dude.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
regular dude. The problem is that he knows gadgets too. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could go to the future and steal some stuff.
Yeah, I need to be podcast.
How about? Here's the funny part. If I end up going to the future, I have a feeling there's not going to be anything good when I get there.
It's true.
Because the way things are going right now, I don't see a future where that happens. And I am scared to death.
How many stories
for my
have we?
child.
How many stories have we started with fun? And so you don't think this is Superman?
No, I don't think it's Superman. I think it's Rocketeer. And Jennifer Connelly better look out, or he's going to kidnap her.
Okay, I believe Superman has shown up and he's in LA. All right, moving on to our next story. Let's see here. Let's do. These are. Well, let's do it over here. I'm gonna try to show you these creatures that you didn't know existed.
Oh, fantastic. I always love these.
Yeah.
Please tell me Loch Ness Monster. Please tell me Loch Ness Monster.
No, these are actually real ones.
These aren't cryptids? Damn.
No, these are actually real.
I knew about the porcupine. I know it's not fake.
Can you see it?
Nope.
What do you see?
I see try again later.
Yeah, it's going to come on here in a second.
An error occurred. Okay, here we go. The world is brimming with wonder, waiting to be discovered.
Vacuum to fabric like ants.
Ew.
Our planet is
Here, let's start this over again.
that sometimes
Gross.
The world is brimming with wonder, waiting to be discovered. From minuscule animals that can survive in a vacuum to fabric like ants. Our planet is replete with beings that sometimes feel like they dropped in from outer space. That's definitely
So
a
it's
thought
Squirrel
you're
Satan.
bound to have when you hear about these 10 creatures you won't believe actually exist.
Okay, here we go.
Number 1, Jabiru. Jabirus are fascinating large storks found in the Americas, usually from Mexico to Argentina. But occasionally, some stray into the neighboring United.
They're the absolute weirdest birds you've ever seen in your life.
Their heads are way too big.
And look at their big dumb neck.
Yeah.
Just punch it in the throat.
They look like they're whole
with
swallowed
their
an
black
egg.
heads, red band around their necks, and white body. They look like they've been dressed in a pretty outfit, but the band of skin that encircles their necks changes color with their moods. When calm and quiet, it's a deep pink, but turns scarlet when they're agitated or alarmed.
Huh.
Maybe that's where they get their name from. Jabiru translates to swollen neck from the Tupi-Guarani language. Number
Okay, Jabiru, would you have yourself a bucket of Kentucky Fried Jabiru?
No, I would not.
You wouldn't eat that?
It doesn't look like an appetizing bird.
Okay. It looks weird.
Yeah.
2, tapir.
Oh, I've
Tapirs
seen this
are
thing.
herbivorous animals that look like pigs with a short trunk. Although they appear similar to pigs, their closest relatives are actually horses, zebras, donkeys, and rhinoceroses. Their distinct trunks or prehensile noses help them grab food.
They look
from
like a
trees,
stupid.
while also functioning as a.
They look like a dumb elephant without a trunk.
It reminds me of a panda.
A panda elephant that's too stupid to have a trunk.
snorkel while swimming. These prehistoric-looking creatures are often called living fossils
Yeah,
because they've
I can
changed
see that.
very little in the 20 million years they've been around on this planet.
How would you fight one of those?
Punch it in the snout.
Right in the snout?
Yeah.
Would you do a roasted one of those?
Yeah, why not?
Like a pig?
It's been
pig
around
roast?
since prehistoric times. Why not give
Like
it
a
a
pig
shot?
roast?
Yeah, I mean, you can never try mammoth.
I
so.
would kick it. I would kick it really hard and tell it to go away.
3, Phobaticus. Ooh, is that a stick or an insect?
It's a stick
Actually,
bug.
This is just like a stick
Phobaticus
bug,
are
everybody.
Asian insects that are pros at camouflaging with their stick-like appearance. They're among the world's longest insects, capable of growing up to 22 inches long.
That looks uncomfortable.
Phobaticus are usually found in tropical and subtropical regions.
I'd take one of these, okay? And what I would do, because they're so gross, I'd tear off their legs, okay? And while they were still alive, I'd put myself a marshmallow on one side and roast it over a fire. And then I would say, "You're nothing but a stick to me, you stupid bug."
That's really dark.
Moving slowly among the foliage.
This whole
If
episode's
attacked,
been dark.
They drop to the ground motionless, trying to blend in. Sometimes they even shed their legs.
What would you do with it?
Nothing. It's,
Okay.
I don't like bugs.
But don't worry, the legs grow back with time.
No. I turn those things up. Sure, they start growing back, but not by the time I throw it in the fire and call it. And
Start making a s'mores.
Shut up, stupid twig.
Number 4, star-nosed moles.
Look at this.
This thing's gross.
Star-nosed moles are one of the most bizarre-looking creatures on Earth with their star-like snouts. Called Eimer's organs, these snouts have about 100,000 nerve fibers that make them 5 times more sensitive to touch.
Okay, they look. It looks like an alien.
It
Alien
does.
mouth.
Yeah, it
doesn't
does look like an alien.
It's their snout that helps them detect and eat insects at super speeds. In fact, they have a place in the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's fastest eater.
Again, I'd kick that thing so far.
Wallace's
How
flying
about these
frog,
stupid frogs?
named after biologist Alfred R. Wallace for finding and identifying the first specimen. Wallace's
How many more we gotta
frogs are
do?
Quite the
10.
photogenic amphibians.
There's 10.
Large, with bright, shiny green skin.
That's cool.
Yellow underside and brilliantly webbed toes. These frogs are also called parachute frogs. They live in the trees of Malaysian and Indonesian jungles, jumping from branch to branch.
I would
and
step on it, but I'm afraid to get my shoes all
are a sight to
green.
behold. When they spread their 4
Oh, that's
feet
cool.
and splay the membranes between their toes into an oval-shaped disc, making
Now you have web feet, right?
I do. I'm a frog.
Okay.
glide over 50 feet at a time. Number 6, flashlight fish.
All right.
Okay.
You pick it up and
Flashlight
use
fish,
this
or
flashlight.
lantern-eye fish can astound you with their brilliant blue glow during a deep-sea scuba dive. Found mostly in pools found in warm coastal
We're moving
waters,
to the next
commonly
one.
called fish's blood vessels. When not needed, the fish can turn off the light by dropping
Turn off
black
its stupid
stain on
light.
the organ or drawing it back into a pouch. Number 7,
Here we go.
dugong.
It's like a
Dugongs
manatee.
are peaceful marine mammals found in warm coastal waters, commonly called sea cows because of their largely seagrass diet and calm demeanor. They're actually more closely related to elephants than cows or even other marine creatures. Dugongs get their name from
Dugong.
the word duyong, which means lady of the sea. These gentle giants can stay underwater for 6 minutes before surfacing, sometimes standing on their tail with their heads above water for air. Number
See, it was some creature like that they saw and they thought were mermaids.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because
Yeah.
the
They're
stupid
also called manatees. I don't know why they're called dugongs.
and the stupid moronic pirates are drunk as hell and they wanted to screw the lady of the sea.
Oh, it's a mermaid. Yes, it is.
Here's another fish. Let's go past the stupid fish. We want-
Pacu fish.
How about this one?
Fort Jackson.
looks like it's straight from the prehistoric ape pets.
Here we go.
Number 9, Port Jackson shark. Another creature that looks like it's straight from the prehistoric ages.
'Cause it is.
Port Jackson sharks are nocturnal, bullhead sharks that get their name from the Australian harbor where they're prominently found. They have large, blunt heads, harness-like markings over their eyes, and dorsal fins running to the side of their bodies. Unlike other sharks,
Look at that.
these have 2 kinds
Ugh.
of teeth. Small and pointy front teeth that help.
Are those its
crack,
eye sockets?
While their broad,
I think so.
flat back
That's
teeth are
disgusting.
ideal for crushing shells. This gives them the moniker of oyster crushers among some.
That was actually my
Port
nickname in
Jackson
high school
sharks
too.
have round, spiral-shaped eggs that they wedge into
I thought it was
rock
clam
crevices for
crusher.
gestation.
I always forget.
Number 10, eye.
Check this out.
Absurd eyes are the world's largest nocturnal primates and are found exclusively in Madagascar. Initially thought to be rodents because of their rat-like appearance and teeth that
Looks like-
perpetually grow through their lives.
Looks like Prince.
Eyes are actually lemurs. They have large, bushy tails that are bigger than
Those
their
are
bodies,
disgusting,
and
man.
very long, thin, swiveling middle fingers that they use to fish out insects from trees. Eyes were considered bad luck in Madagascar.
And they're always looking at you like, huh? And then flipping you that middle finger just to piss you off. I won't stand to have this little eye mock me that way.
With some legends saying that if a finger pointed at a person, it would bring a curse on them.
Oh, you bring
Due to
it,
this,
pal.
They were often killed on sight.
Good.
And are now an endangered species.
Good.
What other wacky creature?
Those are wacky creatures. Drew, your thoughts on any of them?
I like the eye because it pisses Paul off.
It's creepy and gross,
and
man.
I think that you deserve to get the finger sometimes.
Okay, well, that was 10 creatures. What's next? Okay.
Superman.
Here is a creature that I knew existed because you told me about it.
Oh, I did?
We're going to go over here and do it. And quite frankly, I didn't know if I believed you or not.
You never believe me.
But let's learn a little bit about Gertie the dinosaur, shall we?
Absolutely.
You may have to read this a little bit.
So this guy made a bet, and the animation is about this guy making a bet that he can make a dinosaur come to life.
Okay.
And it's an animation.
Gertie is her name.
Yep. It's by Winsor McKay. He's a great animator.
1914.
He was a straightforward animator, so he would draw everything by hand on each frame instead of tracing.
So Gertie the dinosaur is basically the very first cartoon.
Correct.
And there's Gertie right there.
Yep.
Coming along.
It's only 2 minutes long.
She's walking along. She looks like is it a brontosaurus?
Yeah, it's like it's a brontosaurus.
And eating everything. Eating a tree. Be a good girl now and bow to the audience, stupid Gertie. Now, if this was animation today, you'd be like, this is stupid. It's over 100 years ago.
1914, bro.
They had to have been freaking the hell out.
Yeah, it was a big hit.
Now, did Winsor McKay do anything else?
Yes, he had a, it was called Sleep World or Dream World. He ended up also doing a comic strip. And you could buy these comic strips and get prints of them and everything. They're really great. He was Little Nemo. Little Nemo would go into the dream world.
Okay.
And
Is
play
that
around with his friends.
Kind of like Alice in Wonderland? Disney did those?
Yeah, kind of. But he very rarely animated it. He most of the time just drew in comic strips because this was hard to do.
Sure.
So, he...
okay, and then there he goes into the...
He goes into the animation.
Into the animation.
Yeah, which is just crazy. Look at that.
That's amazing. Now, this is going to sound really stupid to you.
Yeah.
The end.
Maybe you're half right.
You could do something like that, right?
Correct.
Okay. But how do you do that?
A lot of time.
How did he do it?
Like I said, he's a straightforward animator.
Uh-huh.
So he would draw each frame without having to trace because back then they didn't have a way of tracing.
Mm-hmm.
So he would use ink, paper, that's it.
And so each piece of paper
would have
a picture
of it. A finished clip on it, take a picture of it, do the next one.
How many different drawings is there for 2 minutes?
I don't know. I had to do 3 minutes, and it came out to almost 500 frames.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah.
But you're using computers. And,
yeah, computers cut that
Sure,
in half.
yeah.
So, and you can also speed things up so it doesn't take as many frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you called it. What'd you call it? You didn't call it Gertie at first.
Oh, I called it. What did I call it? Yeah, I forgot that it wasn't called. It was Gertie, but I can't remember the name I used. Was it Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry.
The dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the topic of dinosaurs.
Absolutely.
Here's another story for you from CNN. It is inside a dinosaur egg. This baby wasn't what research expected. I'll go over here again.
Then what was it?
Well, it's something, as you can imagine, that frightens me.
Everything frightens you.
Mm-hmm. So let's share it to you guys at home again. And we'll cut to the chase here because, we are running late. But it basically is inside. Can you see that now?
Yeah, I can.
Inside the dinosaur egg, the baby wasn't what the researchers expected. Before long-necked dinosaurs like brontosaurus grew into their, like Gertie, they began as baby dinosaurs with some unusual facial features. Those features include eyes, much like humans, positioned in the front of their head instead on the side as they are in adults. So basically, they found this egg, and there it is. I hope you can see it even closer.
What kind of dinosaur was it?
It was a brontosaurus egg.
Okay.
Well, I'll just cut to the chase. They looked in the egg and they saw a human face.
What?
Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Evidently, there's a human face in that photo right there.
Huh.
And
I don't see it.
this vision and single horn haven't been observed in adults, although the researchers couldn't rule out. So basically, there were people dinosaurs, as there used to be. Your
It's
thoughts
called
on that?
crossbreeding.
Crossbreeding?
Crossbreeding.
So you think that Fred Flintstone maybe basically did it with Dino?
Possibly. We don't really know what kind of relationship they really had.
Yeah.
And, it seemed very, loving and respectful. And if that's what Dino and him wanted, then
You're
that's
right.
what they
You're
got.
right, because I'm using my backwards thinking on.
Again, you're not woke.
Yeah.
You need to get
If
woke.
I was more woke,
Yeah.
I would welcome their love. So anyway, they're finding dinosaur eggs with people facing them. So
Guys,
watch out for that.
we evolved from dinosaurs. We are the Mario Brothers.
Okay, that's great. And finally, in my cornucopia of stuff,
Uh-huh.
I have 5 riddles for you.
I love it. I love me a good riddle. Read it. Read
Can you
it,
see how
you wild bitch.
none of the stuff went together today?
No, nothing's gone right.
Okay.
This has been a very dark episode.
Okay.
But I'm okay with it.
5. This one's called 5 Games of Checkers.
All right.
2 men play 5 games of checkers.
Okay.
Each man wins the same number of games. There are no ties. How is that possible?
What was the riddle again?
2 men play 5 games of checkers. Each man wins the same number of games. There are no ties. How is that possible? You got it?
Nope.
Okay, these are the type of riddles you got to listen for this stuff. It never says they were playing each other.
Oh, wow.
So the 2 men played 5 games of checkers. Like I played 5, you played 5, someone else. We both won the same number.
Gotcha.
Okay, so be ready for that type of
Wording.
trickery.
Yeah, okay.
This is a laboring toad. A toad is laboring hard to climb up the wall of a deep well. He manages to climb 3 yards during the day, and while resting at night, slips back 2 yards. How many days will it take it to complete his task scaling 30 yards? So he goes up 3 yards and then down 2 every day.
Is it a math problem? Do I have to come up with a
Kind
number?
of.
Well,
I'll just give it to you.
I'll follow
28
now.
days.
28 days?
Yeah. Because until the 27th night, the toad would have managed to scale a height of 1 yard per day. But on the 28th day, he climbed up 3 and then he didn't have to spin down. So
Oh, okay.
That one's kind of stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Okay. A horse on a chain. A horse is on a 24-foot chain and eats an apple that's 26 feet away. How did the horse get to the apples?
It walked.
Okay. But he had a 24-foot chain on him and it was 26 feet away.
He wrapped the chain around the tree.
No. Okay, I'll say it again. He had a 24-foot chain on him.
Okay. How far away is the tree?
26 feet. And he went there.
Oh, then he just walked over.
Yes, but
Yeah.
why is that?
Because it's a 28,
No. It's a 24-foot chain on him.
24-foot chain.
He walked, you said he walked over 26 feet.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Oh, branches on the tree on the tree extend.
Nope.
So you could go to 24.
Nope.
No.
The chain's not attached to anything else. I never said it was.
Oh wow, got me there.
See how it gets you?
It does get you.
Okay, that's
Now I
what's
feel
on the chain.
stupid.
Well, anyway.
Way to make me feel stupid.
Okay, this is kind of a stupid one.
Okay.
What side of a cat has the most fur?
The whole side.
The
cat.
What side?
What side?
Yeah. Of the cat has most fur.
The whole side of the cat.
I've never heard anything called a whole side.
The body.
The body side.
The body of the cat
What's that?
has
What is
the
that?
most fur.
What side is that? You're going to be so mad when I say it.
The back? The belly?
The outside.
The outside.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate
We got one
riddles
more. We
now.
got one more.
Oh, good.
This is where
You've made me now hate riddles.
This is where you shine, okay? A barrel of water weighs 20 pounds. What must you do to it to make it weigh 12 pounds?
Pour it out. Drink it?
I'm sorry. Let me reread it. I missed a specific part.
Okay.
A barrel of water weighs 20 pounds. What must you add to it to make it weigh 12 pounds? What can you add to the barrel to make it weigh 12 pounds?
Weighs 20 pounds. You have to add something to it to make it 12 pounds. But it weighs 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a subtraction. It's an addition.
Mm-hmm. What do you add to the barrel?
Yourself.
No.
A rock?
No. The answer is holes.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, holes.
Thanks. Didn't realize that was an option.
So you were 0 for 5 on that.
I absolutely am terrible at riddles, apparently.
I don't think you are usually. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe the picture of you were picturing a dinosaur with a man's face. It scared you, it frightened you, and you didn't know what to do with yourself, so you cried a little bit.
I'll tell you what I didn't do.
What?
Smile.
All right, we'll be back with more KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. And Jack is not here. Bye.
Looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
Do you know if your children are up to date with their immunizations? Hey, fellow Detroit parents, I'm Herman Moore, a former professional football player. I'm lucky to have 2 amazing sons, but I also know that being a parent requires a lot of work. And one of the most important things is helping to keep your children healthy. To help make sure they stay on top of their game, it was important to stay on top of their vaccinations. The CDC recommends a vaccination schedule that helps protect against 14 serious diseases before age 2. There's a lot to consider when it comes to your child's health, but I know getting our children vaccinated with all doses at the scheduled times is one of the most important steps we can take to help protect them from serious illnesses.
Visit vaccinateourchildren.com to find information about CDC recommended vaccinations. This message was brought to you by the Henry Ford Health System in partnership with Pfizer.
Hi, Tom Gully from The Tom Gully Show here. Listen to the show every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.
Do you see that doggy in the shelter?
Hi, I'm Buddy, the adorable puppy you adopted from the Humane Society.
Meow. I'm Whiskers, a fluffy kitty, just waiting for someone to love me.
When you adopt a pet, we hope your new furry friend will become a cherished member of your family. And as Buddy and Whiskers will tell you, the key to success is following the rules to love by.
Woof, that's right. Please give me food, water, and exercise every day. To stay healthy, I need the same kind of things you need.
Talk to me. I like hearing your voice.
You're my best friend. Please don't stay mad at me or lock me up as punishment. Remember, I'm probably going to live 10 to 15 years, so take care of me when I get old.
One day you'll need someone to take care of you, too.
A message from the Montgomery County Humane Society. Visit www.mchumane.org for the complete rules to love by.
Be your best friend for life.
Welcome back to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and the Crying Droosh. He cries every time he hears about the poor puppies. Sorry about that, Drew.
Makes you want to kill yourself, man. It's like, goddamn, dude. Everybody stop being mean to your fucking cat and your dog.
Everyone needs to vaccinate their dog and stop being mean to it.
Yeah. Stop being assholes.
Yeah.
God.
I think we've worn ourselves out.
I think I have.
You want to give a shout out to your dinner you had?
Oh, so I had the best homemade Chinese food I've ever had. It was really good, and I appreciate those people who made it.
Tiffany and
Loretta for making me a plate. It was fantastic. By the way, those peanut butter chocolate wontons, Jesus, those are delicious.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
You should get those patented.
Ooh.
Powdered sugar, be good with it too. Oh man, I just created something right there. Has a little powdered sugar on there. Boom. Maybe a dip. Maybe like some dip. Maybe some hazelnut dip. Oh,
wow.
Your dick just got hard.
Hear that, Jack? It works good.
Hey, have you paid him a visit yet?
Oh, I'm going to. But no one cares about that at all. They only care about the news of the Droosh.
So, Paul, I recently texted you, and I talked about how I had a conversation with somebody two people, they're very important in my life, and they suggested to me that I need to start watching more Fox News because apparently I'm not educated enough.
Oh, okay.
So I've decided to, out of spite, because apparently I'm not educating myself good enough, we are going to go through, every time I do News of the Droosh, one Fox News story.
Okay.
And I have learned over the years, thanks to my co-host and other people that I've allowed to educate me on the world of Fox News, is most of it's bullshit.
Yes.
And they want you to believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a story that they want you to believe.
Okay.
You choose to believe it or not. That's up to you. But just remember, it's bullshit.
Okay, just so you know, and just this will help what you say.
Okay.
I listen to CNN.
Okay.
There's always a lot of criticism CNN is accurate.
Right.
So I saw a thing where it was judging how accurate people are, and I look for CNN. 65% accurate.
Oh, wow.
And I'm, God damn, you telling me 45% of the time is opinion and spin? I can't. God, that's terrible.
Right.
Guess what Fox was?
What?
25%.
Exactly. And I wanted to add this one in.
So I was just disgusted with my outlet, and it's like twice as good as them.
Right. And Paul can testify. The biggest reason before I get started, why I'm going to do this from now on is because they also justified to me that Tucker Carlson is not an asshole.
Oh.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, chaps my ass because Tucker Carlson is a racist, bigot, dumb fuck.
Yes. Yeah, but did you just mention he used to wear a bow tie?
I didn't.
There you go.
I didn't realize he did. I
Yeah.
didn't realize he did. But
okay.
All right.
I can't wait for this.
New York Times warned readers about vote-by-mail concerns in 2012. Now claims that that's a false narrative.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump and many of his Republican allies have said mail-in voting is vulnerable to fraud.
Mm-hmm.
While Democrats condemn the suggestion, but it turns out the liberal New York Times used to feel the same way. Wall Street Journal editor-at-large Gerald Baker pointed out the Gray Lady's hypocrisy is a recent column that was published in Tuesday's print edition. Quote, voting by mail is now common enough and problematic enough that election experts say There have been multiple elections in which no one can say with confidence which candidate was the deserved winner. Baker wrote before urging readers to guess who made the remarks. Another presidential tweet, some right-wing pundit promoting a debunked theory about mail-in ballots in an effort to delegitimize the election. Try the New York Times, Baker wrote. Baker unearthed a front-page story published by the Times prior to the 2012 presidential election that cast grave doubt on the reliability of widespread mail-in voting and indicated more vulnerable to fraud than conventional voting. The 2012 Times story headline, Error and Fraud at Issue. Mail-in voting fraud is vastly more prevalent than in-person voting fraud that has attracted far more attention. Blah, 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 blah. And on August 31st, the Times ran a story headline, Trump is pushing a false argument on vote-by-mail fraud. Here are the facts. Now they're going to educate you.
Yeah.
Okay?
But you notice what they did, too. Well, the New York Times said it.
Well, I've also noticed that most Fox News feel the need
Whataboutism.
to use whataboutism.
Yeah.
Big words, so they sound like they're intelligent. Okay, they probably just have a thesaurus. They're sitting right there, and they just pick one fucking word out.
Right.
And then now they're going to add in what they call facts. So I hope that these people are listening, because this is going to be me bashing on them every fucking episode.
Tucker Carlson, if you want to give us a call at 913-735-0060.
Actually, I'll do you one better, Tucker Carlson. 40 Highway, meet me at High V. I will beat the shit out of you.
No, we're not going to do violence.
Why not?
Because it's the wrong thing to do. But he can call in,
all right,
and he can tell us his opinions.
You can,
but you know what? Have you ever seen him on another show?
No.
No, because he's a wuss.
Yeah.
He brings people on and uses his thing to beat them up, cut them off, and everything, which is exactly what I do to him. If you call there.
Exactly. Okay, so on August 31st, here are the facts that claimed experts saying voting by mail can be conducted safely despite Republican claims of corruption. With concerns mounting over how the country can conduct elections during a pandemic and Democrats pressing for alternatives to in-person voting, President Trump has begun pushing a false argument that has circulated among conservatives for years. Also, they repeat themselves.
Yeah.
They repeat themselves within the story so that you're reading the same thing over and over again. So, in her column, Baker wrote that it could be feasible that all that fraud the paper worried about has just disappeared in 8 years. The real clue as to why the Times, along with virtually the entire media, now says claims about mail-in fraud are false comes further down into the October 2012 news item. And honestly, the rest of this story doesn't answer your fucking question.
Right.
Because it's Fox News.
Right.
Right. They want you to stop at the middle because that's why they keep repeating themselves. And then eventually you'll lose interest in actually educating yourself and just take their word for it.
And then they'll play the same story again
over
to make
every
you
hour.
think you know.
Yeah.
And then people watch it will say things like, well, I saw it on the news, and
that's right.
Like they feel like they know about it.
Right.
There's not any voter fraud. They haven't found mail voter fraud. The most recent voter fraud case they had was this guy who was the congressman in Kansas who voted twice.
Oh, wow.
Republican.
Oh, wow.
And then the other one was a guy who was working for a congressional race in, I think, North Carolina, maybe South Carolina, I don't know which, for a Republican, and he was harvesting votes, meaning he was getting the absentee ballots and then filling them out. And
Oh, my
putting them
God.
in. That's voter fraud, and that's a little bit of the concern of all these absentee ballots out there, but it doesn't happen that often.
Right.
And they have checks for that. And I'm so concerned about it. I think everyone should just go vote. Put your mask on, put your gloves on. If you're really that afraid of the COVID, you got to vote anyway. You know what I did, Drew?
What's that?
I'm not working the day of the election and the day after. The day of the election, make sure I can vote. The day after, either celebrate or start packing my my
Your
stuff
shit.
for my new, or just being depressed.
Right. Well, I think that's very noble of you. I, on the other hand, probably won't have that privilege, but I will be out there to vote.
What time will you have something to do?
I'll have to go in at work by 9.
Yeah, so you got to get up early and go.
Yeah.
Just get up early and go, vote, and
Because
then
by the time, they close at 6? Yeah, I get
Or
off
7.
at 6. I
7.
get off at 7.
Yeah.
And I have to go up to an elementary school to go vote.
Yeah. So you get up early, you go up there and vote, and then go to work.
Right. And I found this out because I had one employer who gave me shit for going to vote one time. And now I know that I can throw it at them like, that's illegal. I
Yeah.
can go vote if I want to. Because I couldn't vote one time during the first time Obama ran.
It is my understanding that they have to give you time to go vote. They don't have to pay you for it, but the time they have to give you.
Right. And I'm going to go in the morning.
But like your particular case, they don't have to give you time.
Yeah.
Because the polls are open on a time you're not working.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you had a shift, they have to give you time.
Right.
So mail
What
in balloting.
what time do the polls open?
They open at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fox News, back to Fox News.
Yeah.
They're just trying to scare. Here's what's going on. And you don't have to hear from me. You can hear from everybody else. What they're trying to do is come up with a reason that the vote would be wrong so Trump can walk around and say it was fraud.
Yeah.
And then not honor the election.
Exactly.
And then put us in a crisis.
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen because I think there's going to be enough electoral votes, but I do not think we're going to know who the president is on that night, maybe
It'll be
the
the
day
next
after.
day, yeah.
But here's the process, folks. You vote, then it gets certified by your Secretary of State in your state. Then they have the electors, and the electors actually vote on it in early December. It'll be all worked out by that time.
Yeah.
So,
because apparently the people that I'm talking about also said that there would be fraud.
Yeah.
And you know where they got their information from? Fox
News. That's right. That's right. They've never seen fraud. They don't know of anyone who done that fraud. There's no examples of the fraud.
Yeah.
They just heard that Fox News thinks there's going to be fraud. So then it's in their mind, and then later Trump can say there was fraud.
Yeah.
And he's taking away our country.
Yeah. That's what he does.
Yeah. And it's not.
He likes to look like a martyr.
And it's not cute. You know what I mean?
No, it's not cute.
It's not. Oh, he's
hilarious.
Or even, he said this but really meant it, or he paid off a porn star. Ha ha. No, he's taking away our system of government, and
Yeah.
you're right to decide.
And he also
it's
tried
not
to,
funny.
Remember, he tried to cancel the election. He thought he could. It's like, oh my God, dude.
Well, his new thing is, and I'm convinced of this, he's going to try to do this, especially if he wins. He's going to try to go for another term, third term.
Serious?
Absolutely.
Is he that power hungry?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So that'll cheer you up. Now, listen to this.
So he really wants to be a dictator.
Dead ass, look. It's a fucking spaceship.
What? Can I see the video?
Look, the whole street is fucking stopped.
Yeah, let's get you over here. Make the show a little bit longer, but that's okay. I want you to see this. There's a spaceship. We have action correspondent, a young man by the name of Jack, who put this on his Facebook feed. And
we trust him in his Quanon ways.
So first of all, don't even joke that he's that. So we've seen Superman, right?
Yeah. Now
we're seeing a real live
Kryptonians.
No.
Dead ass, look.
Holy shit.
It's a fucking spaceship.
Holy shit.
Look, the whole street is fucking stopped. There's a fucking flying spaceship.
Oh my God. It really is.
What the fuck?
Everybody stopped and looking. There's so many people outside right now.
Look everybody on the highway right now.
Holy shit.
I don't know, bro.
Oh, it's a Spanish ship.
That are coming to Earth. Can you turn this music off? I'm tired of hearing this. That was I guess it is though.
Wow.
These aliens have had enough.
Okay, it's 2020, bitch.
Look at everybody getting out their car to record the aliens that are coming to Earth. Can you turn this music off? I'm tired of hearing this shit. This is serious. It's a really good view of that shit, bro. Yo, what the fuck
That's
is?
what I'm saying.
Yo, what the fuck is that? No,
That don't look like
no, that shit looks crazy.
That looks
What
like
is
some
that?
shit off Lilo and Stitch, bro.
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh my God, Lilo and Stitch.
All right, so there's.
What the fuck is that?
Thank you, Jack.
How do you go out?
Here's another view of it.
Floating up there.
That's fucking nuts.
So, here's what I don't understand. Okay, it's called UFO Sighting Daily. It's big news. You certainly can see it for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to know what it is, and of course, there's no like
follow up
asking the government what it was, asking the Air Force or anything. It's just a bunch of people seeing it.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Elon Musk.
Oh my God. No puedo creer. Mira, he tenido que parar aquí en la...
Okay, so there you have it, folks. You have not only Superman is here. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is Kryptonian because the Superman has shown up in L.A. The Martian Manhunter has shown up in the New Jersey area.
I feel bad for him. That's the first place he goes.
Yeah,
should have come to Kansas City.
But
get some barbecue.
What else? I mean, and the squirrels are there. Oh, it looks like someone tried to call us. Oh, Drew should. Oh, yeah. And one of our texts, someone texted us, Drew should be secret squirrel. That could be your superhero.
Oh, okay. He pulls out random shit out of his trench coat.
Yeah, he does.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll take it. And do I have a mole psychic?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Are you giving me my mole psychic?
I'll do it.
All right. Can I be Hong Kong Phooey?
Number one super guy?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we've
had a lot
got
of that.
election fraud from
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson, you got UFO, you got Superman, you got squirrels. Just download the app, KCTK Radio. And thanks for joining us, everybody. KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew will be back next time.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.